What's up everyone, it's Ojh&x and we are back at it again, and in this video I'm going to share with you a deck that is going to help you with this week's Gnomeregan dungeon, whether you're pushing to get your Rend deck to full gold or whether you're taking on those red level difficulty dungeons. Then in this video I have the answer for you with this Rend deck, and I will showcase it in a level 28 red difficulty Gnomeregan. Now with Rend, as we know, Rend's passive is that it will make flying units cheaper by 1 gold when Rend is in play. However, that the final boss in Gnomeregan, flying units, as far as the actual like the points of the fight, flying units are absolutely useless. So don't be kind of tricked into trying to make yourself with this kind of full air Rend deck, because even though it'll be amazing on the first boss, second boss we'll talk about later, the worst boss in the game, but this is what we've gone for my Rend deck. So obviously Rend as the leader, Pyromancer in there as our main damage dealer with the Pyroblast talent. We have got the Sappers in there. Sappers don't get enough credit. Can't believe they got their first strike nerf, but that's not what we're talking about right now. But Sappers at level 21, even in this level 28, will get the job done for you. And the talent on them is the Turbo Rocket Powered Speedy Boots, or whatever it's called. The flying unit we have got in there is going to be the Whelpegs, mostly in there for their Flame Burst to take out some of the enemy ranged minis. We've got the Witch Doctor in there with the Spirit Ward talent. The main tanky unit is going to be the Footman. And for our unbound tanking and distraction, we've got the Quillbutt in there. And this time we're running the Poison talent just because. So we're average level 25.4, average cost of 3.3. This is going to be a level 28. The relics that we get, then we get the Bloodshot Greaves. So whenever you've got 3 or less active minis on the field, they gain Bloodlust. Second up is the Heart of Fire. So on death, minis leave behind a Heart of Fire, granting double damage on the next attack from the first ally who touches it. And finally, we've got the Gnomish Flying Wheel. Playing a cycle mini causes their next non-cycle mini to cost 1 less gold, but no less than 1, and it does not stack. So that's the deck. Let's get straight into the run. Let's go. Crown Pummeler up first then, and this is how we're going to do this. We are going to get as many of the gold chests as we can. We're going to take control of the central meeting stone, because that is where our attacks are really going to come from, and it gives us quick access to the second gold chest, and it gives us quick access to both of the gold mines. Excuse me. So that is going to be what we concentrate on there. Our splash damage minis are going to do an amazing job of taking out things like the chickens, like the sneaky bandits and stuff like that. And the Spirit Ward talent on the Witch Doctor is going to give you that little bit of extra protection. So I think we've got both of the gold chests there, which is nice. We're going to try and get as many of the immunity belts as possible, as is on the left there. And you'll see throughout all of the bosses on this one that I split Footman very, very frequently. I think that's quite a powerful play, and spreads your attacks out, which is pretty good, especially on this one where things get yeeted off the map with that big target that's kind of circling around. So what I would say is, when you've got a group of single target minis, at the top we've got all of our footmen who have reconvened up there, is do try and back them up with one of your splash damage or one of your ranged damage dealers, so something like, say, your Pyromancer or your Witch Doctor, because there are quite a few enemy squad minis in this one. Like I say, chickens are going to get annoying to deal with. Mountaineers an absolute nightmare, just such a pain. And then you've got the sneaky bandits in there as well. But so far, with a minute and 45 to go, we've done a good amount of damage. Pyromancer going to town. Oh, it would have been amazing if Pyromancer had got that belt, but not to be. So I've dropped a Quillbutt in there, because a Mountaineer with the immunity belt can be a little bit annoying. So we're going to play all of our footmen to go inside to contest this chest. There were some bandits coming down the left, taking a little bit of damage from bandits. I'm really, really not all that concerned about. And then we're going to send a Pyromancer up the left to go and hopefully snag that chest for us. We'll reclaim this central meeting stone. Hopefully at some point shortly we'll be able to get a kobold down. And this is what I was talking about here. So we've got all of our footmen in the middle, but there's a Griffin Rider, there's a couple of sneaky bandits in there, and there's a Harvest Golem, and we've got no splash damage supporting. So as soon as you can, get something in there for us. That comes in the fashion of a Rend and a Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor immediately gets blasted in the face, so that is the end of that. There were some well pegs that came down as well, and in the end we've made pretty light work of it, albeit we have temporarily lost the central meeting stone. We're going to reclaim that with our quill ball though. Good stuff, right. So with 35, coming down to 30 seconds to go, this is pretty much done and dusted, because we have got quite a lot of direct damage in this one. Beat the well pegs, as we are just playing there with the flame burst. They take a chunk of death and then get a couple of strikes in as well. Or we've got the quill ball with the poison talent, or if needs be, we've got the sappers in there who can go sprinting round and with their turbo boots on, smash, good for them. But sappers really are going to help us on the next boss only. We've managed to contest the chest on the left, and hopefully Quillball's going to take out that. We're in well peg range, drop them on their flame burst, thanks very much. That's how we're going to deal with that one. Let's move on to the worst boss in the whole game. Okay, Electrocutioner, let's just pause it quickly. Let's just talk about how bad this boss is from a design perspective. So there's 2 gold mines on this one, both of which are covered by the rocket towers that the AI's got. So that is that's not going to be much good to us at all. The gold chest that spawns is in range of both of the rocket towers until you've got them, and is slightly biased to the AI side. The AI also spawns additional minis, those little pink-haired things, and the boss itself, when you finally get to the boss, has got a massive AoE frontal thing. This boss, I absolutely hate this boss, but the sole reason why we've got sappers in our deck is to deal with this. Now, they are only level 21, but to get them to one-shot these towers, I think they need to be like 2 levels below, so I'd need to have them up around 26 or so, maybe even 27. So even if I put them in a boosted slot, mine are only going to be at 24. So regardless, they're going to take 2 rotations to get them to take a siege tower. So 21 is enough. That's just me waffling. I absolutely hate this boss, but this is how we do it. Right, just a quick one then. I hold my hands up. Throughout this entire boss, I refer to the Dark Spear Troll as a Dark Goblin. I've been playing quite a lot of Clash Royale recently. As you know, I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment, and I've got Dark Goblin on the brain. Please, just forgive me. It's just every time I say Dark Goblin, just know I mean Dark Spear Troll. Sorry. So, to start with, just wait. Just don't commit too much, see what the AI is going to do, and then I've decided I've had enough of this, and I've dropped a quill ball, both my sappers, and then just like that, Spiderlings come down, a Griffin Rider comes down. We've not even started to deal with the initial push, which is the Harvest Golem and the Dark Goblin. Rocket Towers come in, gets rid of all of our well pegs, and I'm sure this is looking like a fairly standard, fairly expected start to this fight for the majority of you. This is 100% the worst design, the worst boss in the game. Anyway, I can see that my footmen are evaporating, and I need my Pyromancer to stay alive to try and take out that Dark Goblin, because Dark Goblins do an insane amount of damage, so do not sleep on a Dark Goblin. But anyway, all in all, we've defended reasonably well, and yet again, we're going up against Spiderlings and another Dark Goblin. Of course we are. So at some point, you can't just sit around defending the whole thing. But as you've just seen, well pegs with the Flame Burst do a massive amount of damage, huge amount of damage to that left siege tower, and this is our time to strike now. We can't really let that tower just regenerate without getting back to it. So I'm trying to keep, well, I was trying to keep the Rend alive with a Spirit Ward shield from the Witch Doctor, but that didn't work out at all. And then I tried to play some sappers in there, but they got Harvest Golem just managed to stay alive for just a fraction to get one shot off, so they got both absolutely wasted. Some kind of well pegs coming down. We just need to get this tower on the left now. Like, there's not There's nothing more to say than that. So we're going to drop a Quillbore in there that's going to put some poison onto that tower. Another Mountaineer comes from out of nowhere. Oh my god, what is actually going on? Somebody please kill that Dark Goblin. Thank you, Pyromancer. Witch Doctor, Pyromancer. Good. Good. Now, it has taken us over 2 minutes to get that left tower, but hey, better late than never. And that tower has regenerated itself. And fortunately, we've got a couple of minis on the left there that are not stood in that poisonous gas that are going to do a good job for us. And Pyromancer with their no-scope, 180 no-scope, getting the chest for us as well. And then on the right side, we kind of went all in. We had a Rend, I think we had a Quillbore, we had a couple of Sappers in there. And just like that, we've managed to take both. So you do need to... You can't go crazy in this one, but you do need to be a bit opportune. Now, if there's just an attack coming in of Spiderlings, don't defend it. As in, your Rocket Tower will defend it all by itself if it's just Spiderlings. And even if it's Spiderlings and a Dark Goblin, you don't need to commit gold to that. If, however, it's going to be Mountaineer and a Harvest Golem and some other stuff, then you are going to need to take care of that. But that's where your Wellpegs are going to come in MVP. And since we've got both Siege Towers now, we can keep the Quillbore in hand, and we can start claiming those middle gold chests as well. So that's going to be amazing. So we've not done much damage yet. And we are into overtime, but like I say, we've got some direct damage that we can play onto the boss. So we've dropped Wellpegs in there, we've dropped a Quillbore in there, which is going to distract, so the frontal's not coming and blasting us. We kind of played some offensive sappers there, and if I had my time again, I probably wouldn't have bothered because they don't really do that much damage, and I think we could have better spent the gold somewhere else. We've sent a Pyromancer down the bridge because if that gold chest spawns, I want it. Wellpeg's coming down again. Gold chest right on cue. Wellpeg's again to take out the Mountaineer. The bear isn't the problem with the Mountaineer. It's the Muppet behind with the gun. Quillbore coming in. Quillbore coming in to distract. We've got a Rend and a Witch Doctor on the left. We've got some Wellpegs in there. That big frontal has burst our Wellpegs. Got all sorts going on. And from hero to zero, we've taken him out. Just get me out of here. Move on. Mech Engineer Thermoplug. And honestly, if you get to this stage, you're done. You're done. This. It can't go wrong. Honestly, it can't go wrong. So, I've played a Rend. Why have I played a Rend? I have no idea. On this one, I would recommend don't play Rend at all. Rend needs to be dismounted to be really of any great use in this one. So I would probably just not be playing your Rend. The tactic in this one will be to split your footman in the back, just as I've done, and then to have your footman supported by a one of your ranged AoE minis. So either a Witch Doctor or a Pyromancer. And then Wellpegs if needed to expose sneaky bandits or anything like that, and keep your kobold going out, because unlike other maps, this one is gold friendly for you, so you've got to take advantage of that. So the point of this one is to not rush at all. We're going to keep going through the same process over and over again. Footman in the back. We're going to just have a look. Where do we think that those light bulbs are going to spawn from? Well, we've got some footmen on the right. Let's support them with a Witch Doctor. And then for some reason we played a Pyromancer over on that side as well. We're going to put some Wellpegs down just as a, I don't know, maybe a bit of an insurance sort of thing. But again, it doesn't really make any difference. And then we're already back to another set of footmen. The first set of footmen are still alive and kicking. And we're going to support the left side footmen with another Witch Doctor. Then we're going to put a Pyromancer on the right side. Then we're going to get a kobold down to do some mining for us. Look, we've done absolutely nothing in this one, and it's basically over. Like it's literally done and dusted. So I would just steer clear of playing your Rend. You can play your Wellpegs for some support, and because the flame burst, they'll take out enemy minis. But honestly, look, I mean, we've got 2 on the right now. We probably only need 1 more maybe to get this finished off. Another one spawns on the left, another light bulb. Honestly. When you get to this stage with this deck, it's just a walk in the park. This deck is absolutely amazing for this boss. Right, final look at the deck then. Honestly, this deck is massively, massively powerful, whether you're looking to get your Rend to full gold or whether you're pushing those red level difficulty dungeons. Let me know how you get on in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.